Hi guys, how are we all doing? Welcome to a little chit chat from yesterday's win over Sutton. Not the advert for FA Cup action yesterday, certainly not like the Halifax game in the first round or anything like that, or even the replay we had against Oxford, but through to the third round, and that's all that matters. And it was a nice feeling to get through to the third round. I think Rovers needed that after a couple of iffy results. So Rovers coming into the game sort of not the best form league-wise. Sutton, they're up there in League Two in the moment in the playoffs, and to be honest, I'm going to say now the first half was a complete dud. You might as well have just not been there. There was no atmosphere. The game was flat. No one seemed to give a toss. The only talking point was the referee, and that was only because he was inconsistent, and there was just no consistency to his decisions. I thought for both teams, I thought he was poor, and I just pretty abject refereeing performance. Second half, I missed the first 5 minutes because I was in the bar because I was so excited to not come back. And as soon as I came back out, Sutton broke down Rovers' left-hand side. Like Rovers weren't even there. This is a common theme Rovers seems to have been having, especially over the last couple of years. But I've started to see it a lot this season, how we are just so open down mainly the left-hand side and the right, to be fair, because we haven't got right back. But this 3 at the back and 5 at the back, it leaves Rovers so exposed. We've been playing this formation now for about 2-3 seasons, and we're still so open down the channels. It's ridiculous. Easy ball into the box, and the striker has a tap. And then I said on Twitter, "All right, the FA Cup we go." Being a bit of a grumpy tits, that's just me. That's how I felt though at the time. I thought, well, this is going to be one of those afternoons. Rovers haven't created nothing. If I'm honest, we haven't created anything, and Sutton are just going to see this one out for a 1-0 win. And then Nicholson had different ideas. You had a really good game yesterday. I thought his work rate was excellent. That was the performance that I used to enjoy seeing from Nicholson last season, one of the only bright sparks of last season. And he did so well to get him behind. He could have just completely given up with that ball. He chased that ball down and did so well to get the other side of the defender, win the penalty. Collins puts it away, and we're thinking, here we go. And then a couple of minutes later, ball goes into the box. Nick Anderton, I still feel a bit indifferent about him, but comes up with that important goal, and that's the winning goal, and that's all Rovers really needed to do. There wasn't anything really of noteworthy from the game. It wasn't one of those where you missed so much. If you didn't go yesterday, you didn't miss anything. But Rovers had to do what they needed to do, and that was to get through to the third round. And I'm really delighted with it. And Touchwood, we came out the game with no injuries. Pittman came on towards the end. He was really unlucky because he really good assist for Nicholson. That could have been 3-1. He hit the post. I was a little bit concerned when Pittman come on, because the last few times he's come on, we've seemed to play worse when he's come on. That's not his fault, but just doesn't seem to fit the system. But apart from that, apart from that chance really Rovers had towards the end there, that was really it for the opportunities. And it was just a case of seeing the game out, really. I don't think any player kind of looked ridiculously poor. It was good to see sort of Whelan and Coote starting to get their bit of momentum going again in the midfield. I think they needed that. Harry Anderson, he didn't really do a great deal for me yesterday, and I stuck with Anderson the whole way through. Even when he does get further forward, he's not got that end product. It's a bit disappointing, really. But I'm willing to let it go yesterday. We got much bigger games coming up. The only sort of real thing I'm not overly impressed is the defending. Like I said, it's a common theme we've had lately where we're conceding poor goals. It's not like we've conceded a moment of real brilliance, but I've noticed it mainly since the Tranmere game over the last sort of 4 or 5 games. We've just not had the ability to shut out teams, and fingers crossed it will start to happen. But we're now in December. Do you know what I mean? So how long do you kind of wait for that? But enough moaning and groaning. We're through, and onto a big game Tuesday against Port Vale. That'll be one for the Gassers to come back to. Hopefully, give Mr. Darryl Clark a good reception back. Going to be a big game, that one. I think that'll be a test to see where Rovers really are, or if we're just mid-table fodder like we always are. So the third round, who would I like Rovers to get? Now, there's been a few scenarios floated around because obviously we all know what's going to happen, of course. The three things I'd like is either Rovers to have Bristol City away. Now, the reason why I say away is because FA Cup rules, you're entitled to 25% of the ground's capacity, which is why the last 2 home games, the South Stand has been closed for home fans, because Sutton, they're allowed 25% of the capacity. So, if Rovers are away to City and we get 25%, that means Rovers will get around 7,000 or so. I think the ground holds around 27,000, so 5.5, about 6.5 to 7, 6.5 to 7,000 Rovers there. So that'd be great. Or I like a big team away in the FA. I mean, one of the big 6, one of the big teams to get them away from home. Or a draw like we had yesterday against Sutton, or a League One side or below. At the moment, it's a winnable game to get into the 4th round. That's my ideal, fingers crossed, situation there. And I think one of those 3 is a possibility. Certainly, playing Bristol City. I mean, look, that's like a 1 in God knows how many, but a lot of those scenarios, why not? Let's get a big time. Let's get a big team, shall we? Because we haven't had a big team in the cup draw for age. I know we had Sheffield United last year, but it wasn't quite the same. And are they really on that level of what you'd call a must-see game? No, not for me. So that'll do it from me today. Not really much to talk about. It was a dull game yesterday, but we're through, as I said, and I can't complain about that. Nice speaking to you all today. I'm very, very tired at the moment. I'm just exhausted. I was out Friday night with some of the Gas Cast crew and a couple of late birthday celebrations, so I'm just recovering from that, I think. I can't drink like I used to, man. I can't do it anymore. I used to, God, jeez, about this time last year, I could not half drink a lot, and that was partly why I gained a lot of weight quite quickly towards the end of last year, just drinking so much. And this year, I probably have one drinking sesh every 2 or 3 months. That fucking does me in for weeks. Anyway, that will do it from me, and I hope everyone's keeping well and getting in the Christmas mood. I've had to buy some Christmas stuff today. Certain things my mum would like we never normally have, so like honey roasted parsnips and things like that. It's like fucking hell. It's like one dinner, but no. There we go. Anyway, I will leave you all to it. I'm not going to ramble anymore, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. I'll probably speak to you Wednesday after the Port Vale game, and have a good rest of your day and have a good weekend. Take care. Bye bye.